Welcome to NeoOffice and OpenOffice Create a Database. Now, basically, this particular screencast is all about creating a database in OpenOffice or NeoOffice. Since NeoOffice and OpenOffice are essentially the same, I'm going to go ahead and use NeoOffice because I kind of like it a little bit better. As you can see right now, I've got the NeoOffice window open at this time, and I'm now available. At this point, to go ahead and create a database, I simply go up to the NeoOffice menu and choose Database, and the Database dialog will pop up. Here's the Database dialog right now. In this case, you'll notice this is what do you want to do, and you can choose to create a new database. If you choose to create a new database, you're going to be using a tool called HSQLDB. That's basically stands for the Hypersonic SQL DB. It's an old system, but what it is a completely complete RDBMS, a relational database management system, executed entirely in Java. Now, you can also go ahead and choose to open up an existing database file, or you can go ahead and choose to connect to an existing database server. In this case, there are several different ways to connect to an existing database server. Right now, it shows you JDBC. But if you click on the drop-down, you'll notice there's MySQL, Oracle, JDBC, Spreadsheet, DBase, ODBC, Mozilla Address Book, Thunderbird Address Book, LDAP App, Mac OS X Address Book. These are all the different kinds of databases that I can connect to. In this case, I want to go ahead and create a standalone database file. So I'm going to go ahead and do that by choosing Create a New Database. Click on Next. The next thing it wants to know is, do you want me to register the database? Or do you want me to go ahead and open up the database for editing? In this case, I want the database to be open for editing, so I go ahead and I choose Finish. Now I need a place to put this particular file. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the Documents folder inside of my home folder, and I'm going to go ahead and it's basically going to be ODF database type. Again, there's no other type that you can choose here, so this is an open document format database. Let's go ahead and just give this a name of employees. Choose Save. And here is the employees database. We're ready to go. All we have to do is start adding a few tables. Let's go ahead and let's use a wizard to go ahead and create a table. You click on the Use Wizard to create a table. The wizard will pop up. You can go ahead and choose whatever you want. In this case, it's probably going to be business since I want to deal with employees. So I'm going to go ahead and choose, click on the drop down and choose employees. And then go ahead and I can choose to add all of the record, all this information over here like this. There it is. You'll notice as I go down here, there's an employee ID, which will probably be set up as the primary key. Let's click on Next. Now it says, basically, I'm going to leave all the field types as they are, so I'm going to go ahead and click on Next again. Then it wants me to set the primary key. Now, I'm going to go ahead and use an existing field as the primary key since it already has in there. So I click on the Use an Existing Field as the primary key, click on the drop down, and I'm going to use the employee ID as the primary key. I'm going to use an auto value feature. What that simply means is it will go ahead and it will, as I add new records to this database, it will go ahead and increment them by 1. I'm pretty much almost done. Let's go ahead and let's click on Next. Basically, what do I want to call the name of this table? I'm going to call it Employees. I'm going to insert the data immediately. I'm going to go ahead and click on Finish. And now here's the table. Notice that the employee ID is considered to be the auto field, and I can fill this information in. This is how to build. This has been how to build a database in OpenOffice or in NeoOffice, and this with a little bit of how to build a table using the wizard. One thing you may have noticed is that this particular database system actually looks and feels a lot like Access, and that was done on purpose. Until next time, this has been Clay Moore. Thank you.